Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. Today we are back in Europa League action up against Valencia in a doubleheader with Lahav in the middle as a little sandwich away from home. In terms of matches in between episodes, we've played a few. We've done okay. I say okay because I can't remember. We've done okay. We haven't lost. We drew against Lens 0-0. We couldn't score a goal to save our life. Against Lille, we drew this one 1-1. We should have destroyed them. They played with 10 men for, 79 minutes? And we still could only score one goal against them. Then against Lyon, a team, one of the few teams that are above us, we managed to win this one. Marco Vergara and Lucas Divis with the goals for us there. So, league table-wise, we do remain in the Champions League spot, but only just 2 points ahead of Marseille. Just 2 points behind Lyon as well. PSG, unsurprisingly, running away with it once again, just 2 defeats all season, and I think they came within the first month of the season starting. A tiny bit of transfer news to go through before we get to the Valencia match. Joey Cola, the Zambian international, with 29 caps to his name, has gone out on loan to Zanaco, who I want to say are from Zambia. He's already been on loan there once. He's gone back there to try and get some first-team football. If I'm perfectly honest, he's never going to make it. We also did get our youth intake in, and there wasn't anyone really any good. This man, however, does strike me as someone who I really should keep an eye on. Basile Delplanque is 14 years old and has a wonderful beard. I am 33 years old and my beard is probably worse than that. Match number 1 then of the episode, Europa League second knockout round at home against Valencia, a team who are very, very good. Apparently, we've played them before, and we drew. I don't remember doing this. It was probably going to be a pre-season or mid-season friendly. The starting lineup we're going to go for then is going to be Calvin Matupa in the sticks, Abubakar Niare, Vanderlei Pokravac, and Todor Popov as the back four. Pokravac and Popov probably shouldn't play. They are not particularly match fit. Well, they're match fit, they're just not fit in general. So 89 and 84% fitness. They will not be playing against Lahav at all. Probably won't even be on the bench. Lucas Divis and Hassan Kamara will be the two defensive midfielders, with Given Lavelle and Francis Katiba as the wingers. Jean-Pierre Lecomte, who has been one of our standout players so far this season, will be just behind Marco Vergara, who is our top scorer. Valencia then playing a 4-3-3 with a left winger called File. That is not formally ours, is it? That is not. He's definitely not formally our File. He is bloody ridiculous, and for some reason, they're playing him as a winger. This is probably the point in the Europa League campaign where I think we're going to go out. I was expecting to get past Ghent. Valencia are a little bit too big and a bit too good, I think, for us. Well, we're 10 minutes in, and so far, we've just had a lot of the ball, apparently, and no highlights. First highlight of the game goes to Valencia. Gnangon, maybe, with the ball. Marino. Alex Blesser. Marino again, and Mario now. Valencia keeping hold of the ball, which is weird because the possession stats showed the other way round. Trying to get the ball forward now. File runs inside. We know he's good with a football at his feet, and Matupa manages to save it. The first shot on goal goes Valencia's way. Now the first corner of the game. Fekir steps up to take it. It's towards the back post, and File once again is there, but Calvin Matupa can claim the ball. Goal kick for Matupa to the young Croatian Dragan Pokravac. Forward now to the young Bulgarian Popov. Now the young Czech Divis. Forward to the young Zambian Katiba. Everyone's young in our team. Now the young Colombian Marco Vergara goes for goal, and it is saved by the Valencia goalkeeper. George manages to keep the ball in play, so we don't even get a corner from it. I genuinely think our oldest player is like 26, and I think it might be Lecomte is 26. We've got a bunch of children playing for us. Into the final 10 minutes of the first half. It's not been a particularly exciting game of football. 3 shots for Valencia, just the 1 for us. It's looking like half-time is going to be 0-0, and if I'm perfectly honest, I will take this. After the first leg, 0-0 is not the end of the world. We just don't want to concede. We would like to have some actual shots, though. Just that one chance for Vergara, which was saved by the goalkeeper. Maybe we look at changing things up. I'm just going to get Yunus Kabul to do that. Now, I was going to change up to the 4-4-2 diamond until I realised that our best 2 players are actually kind of on the wing. Lavelle and Katiba doing okay, 6.8. 6.7 for Katiba, not the best, but is much better than Lecomte and Vergara, the 2 players that would have ended up staying on the pitch. So we're going to stick with the 4-4-2 for now. We will do Lecomte off, though, for Patrick Duru. Duru is one of those players who He's okay. I think that's the best way of describing him. He's okay at football. He's not amazing. He never really seems to do too much, but he's okay. Fekir with the ball for the first highlight of the second half. Katiba keeps it in play. Is this an actual highlight, or is it just going to peter out into nothing? We will keep an eye on it. George forward to Blesser. Across File on that left-hand side. He's got one in the box. Pokravac heads clear. It's controlled, though, by Blesser. Fekir gets it. He goes for goal into the bottom corner. It was a highlight. It took 43 seconds of the second half for Valencia to take the lead. And Nabil Fekir, our former player's brother, takes the lead. That's not fair. Probably should have changed the formation. Niare down to a 6.4 for some reason. I don't know why he's taken the blame for that. Going to give you a show some passion. We're getting a couple of shots away, but not really anything to shout home about because we're not seeing any highlights. Vergara will be coming off any second now, I think. And he's going to be coming off for Francois Chile. 6.4 rating for Vergara, 6.4 for Lecomte. We've just stopped scoring again. Throw on for Valencia. George forward. Lavelle manages to get the ball away. Now he's only got a Chile up with him. Plays it forward to a Chile who is literally centimetres away from him. And we've lost the ball. Diakabi. Now Gnangon. Passing around. Chile's nicked the ball away and he's put it into the bottom corner. It is 1-1. Awful defending. Awful striking really from us as well. But Francois Chile with his 4th goal of the season. His 4th. He scored more goals last season and he was only here for about 3 months. We are still in this game and still in this tie. All of a sudden, our match stats seem to be in our favour. We've had 7 shots now to their 5. I don't recall seeing any of them apart from the Chile goal. Final 10 minutes of the match. Patrick Duru hasn't done a huge amount since coming on at half-time. Then again, nor did Lecomte. Katiba with the corner. 7 minutes to play. Divis is there. Pokravac gets the ball and he was offside. Divis nearly puts the ball into the net. Final substitution of the match then. We're going to do... What do we do here? I want Kevin Turner for Duru. I mean, Duru, you've done awful. You've also done a 6.5. So we've got 3 minutes of Kevin Turner. Plus 4 minutes of injury time, apparently. Final highlight of the match then. 10 seconds left to play. It starts with a big boot upfield from the Valencia goalkeeper. It's looking like it's going to be a 1-1 draw after the first leg. Not ideal because there is an away goal for Valencia, so we do have to go to Spain and actually win a match. Or maybe draw 2-2. So weirdly, match stats in the end, we were massively in favour. 11 shots to their 5. Where did those 11 shots come from? Was that literally all a Chile? No, a Chile literally had 1 shot. I'm not even sure who had them all. Vergara had a couple. Katiba had a couple. Number 5, Vanderlei had 2. I don't know, we just suddenly had a load of shots in the second half. Up next then, we do have a league match up against Lahav, and as always when we do these little sandwich episodes, we're going to jump straight into the starting lineup, and then show you any highlights that actually do happen that result in goals. We're not quite at the Lahav game, but I just want to bring your attention to Jose Font. He's been our coach now for just 4 years. When he joined, he wasn't very good. He, now, is a bloody ridiculous coach. For the matchup then against Lahav, we've gone for the same formation, but the starting lineup has changed quite dramatically. Trevulzio is going to be our left back. Correa has come in instead of Pokravac. Kaya is also there as the right back. David Burkic has gone into midfield. Kevin Turner is going to be the attacking midfielder, and Chile, after his goal against Valencia, is going to be the striker. Well, half-time then, it is 0-0. The first 35 minutes, awful. Literally no highlights. I think we had 4 shots in the first 35 minutes and that was it. We then hit the post. Vanderlei should have scored the rebound, didn't do it. Then Lahav had a few attacks as well. It is still 0-0. Lahav went in at half-time as the much better team. In the 76th minute of the match, my gamble has paid off as Marco Vergara, who is currently playing as a right midfielder, makes it 1-0. The second half hasn't seen a huge amount of highlights either. And that goal from Marco Vergara is the only goal of the game. We were extremely lucky to get away with 3 points in this. Matches elsewhere have also gone our way, so I think we're now 5 points clear of 5th place. So there you have it. Yes, matches elsewhere did kind of go our way. PSG beating Marseille 2-0. Pellegrini and De Ligt with the goals there, so we're now 5 points clear of 5th place. Still 2 points behind Lyon, who beat Strasbourg 3-0. Monaco, what happened with you? Where are you? You're down the bottom. You won 5-2 against Sochaux. So, everyone in the top 4 managed to win. That's a bit of a pain, because I would like to finish 3rd. We have hopped on a flight down to Spain to play Valencia in the second leg. 1-1 in the first leg, obviously earlier on in the episode. We were lucky to get 1-1 because of the defensive mix-up. We've got that away goal to worry about. If we just win, that's kind of what we need to hope for. And then let's focus on scoring 2 goals. If we score twice, it suddenly becomes a lot harder for Valencia to actually get through. The starting lineup we are going to go for then, I think, is the same as the last match against Valencia. So Matupa in goal, Niare, Vanderlei, Pokravac, Antodor, Popov, Lucas Divis, and Hassan Kamara in the middle, given Lavelle and Francis Kadiva on the wings, Lecomte and Marco Vergara up front. I've been toying around with the idea of maybe putting Vergara on the wing and doing that. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do it, you know. He's not a right winger. He's barely right-footed. He's actually left-footed. He can't really play as a winger, but look, 16 crossing. That is a ridiculously high number for someone who plays mainly as a complete forward in the middle. Natural fitness is ridiculously high. A lot of his physical stats are actually superb for a winger. I'm going to give him a go on that right wing, you know. Valencia then are going to go for a 4-4-2 with File moving up to be a striker as opposed to the left winger that he was in the last match. I am cautious about this. I'm very cautious. I think we can do it. I think we can beat Valencia away from home, although they are a very good team. And, I mean, their strikers, Mayoral and File, bloody ridiculous. Their 2 centre-backs, also bloody ridiculous. But they have a tendency to cock it up at the back. First highlight of the game after just 3 minutes, a cross was claimed by Matupa, rolls out to Pokravac, who obviously had a rest in the last match. Popov can run forward with the ball, finds Lecomte, he's got Katiba on that left-hand side. Achille is one of the only players in front of him, has to go back instead to Popov. Divis, who's already picked up a yellow card. Lecomte, forward to Achille, to Katiba. Where are you going to go? Holds up the play. Achille once again. He's gone for goal and tries to put it into that top corner, but instead hits it just wide. Goal kick for Valencia, or was it a free kick? It was probably a free kick. Pokravac, why did you header it? Why did you header that? There was not head height for a start, and you just decided to header it down. Niare has just saved your blushes there and stolen the ball away towards Hassan Kamara now, who's been here for a long, long time. Lecomte, now Divis, one of our most expensive players. Vergara, inside, tries to find Kamara. Popov now with the ball. Jean-Pierre Lecomte, back to Popov. That was a questionable pass, but he does get it there. Vergara is at the back, but the Colombian heads just over the bar. We're getting close. We had 2 very good chances early on in the game. Fekir's corner for Valencia is cleared by Divis. Popov now, the Bulgarian, on that right-hand side. Achille, he's got Katiba with a load of space on the left. He's ran into the area. He's going to go for goal. And Francis Katiba, the little Zambian, has made it 1-0 on the night. He has cancelled out that away goal. That goal there is vital for us to get through. I want a second. I want to get a second goal. Katiba on an 8.0, picks up a yellow card as well. I'm assuming he celebrated by taking his shirt off, although his yellow card was well after him scoring the goal. Free kick for Katiba is towards the back post. Pokravac hits the post and Peña can claim the ball. We are dominating Valencia in this match. This is very similar to the Ghent match where we were dominating them as well and then conceded 3 in the last 10 minutes of the match. We need to get a second goal. Niare forward to Vergara. Does a little flick to Divis. Plays it all the way across to Popov. There's 2 in the middle. Katiba's one of them. And Francis Katiba is his second goal of the game. And if it stays this way, we are going through to the Europa League quarter-finals at our first time of asking. I think there might have been a question about offside. Doesn't matter. Francis Katiba is so far the hero of this match. Great finish there from the Zambian. I genuinely did not think Francis Katiba was going to be this good for us. I mean, he's not amazing. He's certainly not amazing, but he's doing a hell of a lot more than I was expecting him to do. He's doing a lot more than Ali was doing as well. Probably not scoring as many goals, but the fact that he's just putting in decent performances quite consistently, I'm happy with that. 2-0 then at half-time. Francis Katiba with both the goals. He's now on a hat-trick. No changes at half-time because why would you change perfection? Early on in the second half, we do have a highlight. Divis forward to Vergara. We've got 3 yellow cards. Gets tackled and now Valencia can possibly break forward. Lee Kangan forward to Borja Mayoral. Misses a slide tackle and that is an easy finish for the Spaniard. I think he's Spanish. I thought they were going to say it was an offside. I'm not sure why. It is 2-1, but we are still in front. We can actually concede another goal and still be in front because of away goals. Although I would rather we didn't do that. On the hour mark then, Marco Vergara has done alright as a right midfielder. Is going to come off for Given Lavelle. We're going to do Lecomte as well for Kevin Turner. Was going to do Patrick Duru, but Patrick Duru, every time he plays, he does okay. Throw on for Niare. Divis heads back to the throw on taker, crossed in, and it is cleared. Kamara's going to hopefully get there first and does. Popov now whips in the cross, given Lavelle's at the back post, and the South African has his third goal of the season. We are 3-1 up, 4-2 up on aggregate. We are going through to a Europa League quarter-final. This is a wonderful performance from a team who, let's face it, aren't the best at football. Great finish as well from Given Lavelle. I want to win a penalty. I want Katiba to get his hat-trick. I really do. Final substitution then, we're going to bring off Lucas Divis because he's absolutely knackered. We're going to bring on Juan Manuel Blanco in his place. And that is all we can do, and just hope now the final 10 minutes we don't concede 4 goals. 3 minutes of injury time. Free kick for Valencia. It is saved from the goalkeeper and the ball is cleared. It looks like we are going to be going through to a Europa League quarter-final. We are probably one of the few teams left in this competition that would genuinely love to win it. Vanderlei with the ball. We've got under 30 seconds left to play of injury time. Niare runs forward, plays it forward to one of the goal scorers, Lavelle. Niare and Blanco passing it between the pair of them. Where are you going to go? We've got 10 seconds. We are surely just running down the clock now. Katiba, he's going to get a standing ovation. Probably not from the Valencia fans, but he is certainly going to get a standing ovation from the Dunkerque fans. They just smashed the ball upfield in anger, and we have gone through to the Europa League quarter-final after beating Valencia 3-1 away from home. What a performance. I didn't notice as well, Todor Popov got 2 assists and actually picked up man of the match. So, the teams that we could possibly draw: Arsenal, Lyon, Lens, Wolfsburg, Sporting, Torino and Tottenham. There are 2 teams there that I would quite happily take. Lens and Torino. I think those 2 teams are probably the worst ones in the competition. Then arguably maybe going up to Wolfsburg and Sporting. Then Lyon, Arsenal, Tottenham are probably the top tier there. We, obviously, the very bottom tier. So the Europa League quarter-final will take place on the 4th of April and the 11th of April, which means next episode is going to be the Toulouse double in the league. And then will we win our first ever national trophy? The League 2 doesn't count because, let's face it, it's League 2. We needed to win that to get into Ligue 1. And then we're going to be playing Europa League match. And we will now see who we are going to be playing in that Europa League quarter-final. We've just had a fixture rearrange. Why has that happened? We're now playing PSG on the 28th of March. And then 4 days later, on the 31st, is now going to be the Toulouse game. So literally, before we've even finished this episode, the next episode's already been rearranged. Time for the quarter-final draw then, and I think I want Torino. We've got a good record against Italian teams so far this season, beating Juventus, so I want Torino. I don't want to play Lens or Lyon, I don't want to play any French teams. Ideally, I don't want to play Arsenal or Tottenham either. Torino, Wolfsburg, Sporting. Those are the 3 teams that I would take. Torino is the ideal opponent, I think. Tottenham first out the hat, and we are against Tottenham. Oh, great. Other matches then: Lyon versus Wolfsburg, Arsenal versus Torino, and Sporting versus Lens. We could still have an all-French final, assuming Lyon and Lens get all the way to the end, because I don't think we're going to be getting past Tottenham. So that is going to do it then for this episode. Next episode will be the Toulouse Cup final. I don't know whether there's going to be anything else happening in that episode. It might be a really short one-off episode just for the Cup final, and we can do a special episode, maybe look back at the run-up to the competition. I don't know. And then we're going to have the Tottenham matches maybe in the next episode. I don't know. Basically, tune in next time to see what's going to happen in the Cup final, and maybe some other football that takes place as well. Thank you very much for watching this rather successful episode of Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back next time where hopefully we'll win the Coupe de la Ligue.